Assalamu alaikum. The stream has started. The mic is okay. Not the stream, the video. My bad. Nothing interesting. Oh, I forgot to read the news. Anyway, today I started the video a little bit early because I wanted to explain my explain what I have been trying to figure out in this playlist, especially. I finalized my trade plan as you can see in the video, and I want to be able to explain how I reached this conclusion or why I will be trading this way. If you watch the previous videos, you might be able to understand, but there's a lot of noise in those videos, so maybe I'll try again. The idea is based on I did not know about auction theory, about market auction theory. It's something I tried to come up with my own, then later I read about my trading style being similar to market auction theory and it made a lot of sense. So I'm sticking to the same basic idea that I used when I used to trade candlestick charts. The idea that you try to figure out who is stepping into who's sorry the idea that you try to figure out who's stepping into whose zone. And for example, if I go to 1 minute, I use 1 minute. uh, this is, for example, this is resistance, this is the seller zone, this area, this is where the buyers are present. So I will check who is stepping into whose zone and with how much volume. This is how I used to do it when I used to trade candlesticks. So we can see that the buyers first the sellers first revealed themselves at below 251, and then they stepped down despite the buying pressure. They added some more pressure of their own with higher than average volume until it reached the buyer zone, where the buyers showed up, which is not surprising. And then the second time we see that the sellers have become a little bit more desperate. We see big green candle, or like big buying candle from the buyer side, indicating that the buyers have not showed strength even in the face of the sellers. We see that it was the absence of sellers that allowed the buyers to climb high. We can say that it's because the sellers were trying to search for a better price. They did not want to sell down at 248. So, based on the candlestick, we can conclude that the sellers are slightly more dominant. The buyers are present, but they do not have vigor. And I actually don't remember what I saw. Okay, the sellers were okay. The sellers were dominant, and the buyers were present. It's just that they're more present at 234 at a much lower price than 250. So this is how I would try to use a candlestick chart to figure. Actually, let me show you a replay. You might think that I am bullshitting. So select date. Let me choose a random date. 7 March sounds good. I can get the trade wrong, okay? I am not. First, let me mark the important level. This is previous day's low. Why is my alt not working? Is it because of this exit? I was not working on this. Okay. This is the previous day's high. This price looks important, 266.51. And let's just go with some basic marking here. Okay. Anyway, we see that the buyers tried supporting 259. So we are maintaining this area as buyer zone. Sellers have not yet showed themselves. We are looking for a long wick. Ah, yes, I forgot about long wicks. I'm looking for a long wick, a slightly long wick, but it's expected because This is where the close is. Not surprising. Again, at the same area, we see some selling pressure. Volume is slightly low. Hmm. Okay, the sellers did not hold. Uh, because you know the sellers did not show any dominating effect here. It closed above the view app. The buyer certainly had some level of presence there. The sellers have not revealed themselves yet. Okay, we see some level of selling. The volume was slightly higher here, indicating that uh, you know there was a sudden presence of an opposing party. The candle is almost of equal length. Actually, it's not. This went all the way down till here. This went till here, and still slightly higher volume. So maybe I can buy here at least from 262.88 to 264.93, because I know that buyers have certain strength in them and the sellers are present at this area. But I do not know if the sellers are going to be desperate or not. So I'll maybe wait for the next candle and I'll make the decision then. Yeah, okay, I could have bought there. So I know that the sellers are going to go till 265, let's say. Now, the question is, do sellers reveal themselves here again or not? Is going to be super important. If they do, they did. They did. So clearly above 265 or in this 265 area is where sellers are present. I'm going to mark 265 right below the SMA 200. Okay. And this is where the buyers are present, 260. The volume certainly was not low. Now that I'm used to volume footprint, I feel like I cannot see and everything with candlesticks. I feel like candlesticks can be misleading. Okay. Another pressure added by the sellers. So now I'm leaning towards a bearish bias given I get a good opportunity to enter the stock. Do I get a good opportunity? This might be considered a good opportunity. Sell 25, sell. Why is it on this stock? Sell here. Yeah. Hmm. But the stock has closed above the view app. Maybe the buyers can break through this level. Again, it's something I cannot see because I don't have volume footprint. But let's go. Let me put my stop loss. This could be considered a decent, for example, trade. Let's watch. Okay, the buyers held at resistance level. The question is, do buyers have enough strength to push through this level? I would need delta. And they might have. They might have enough strength to push through the 265 level because they have showed strength throughout the day. Maybe not at this level, maybe they're consolidating here. Uh, I don't know what decision to make here. I can quit, and maybe that would be correct. But let's see. Next. Oh, almost touched but did not. I'm seeing sellers where I expect sellers. I'm not surprised, but the sellers have held up. This is where you should ideally drop the trade. This is where I think I should drop the trade and maybe watch a future candle. Let me watch. Yeah, I'm seeing buying strength where I expect resistance. So I think maybe I can buy here and put my SL below the view app and hold. Or yeah, I could have entered there. I don't even see buyers show any aggression. Hmm. But let's see. And let's see again. Let's try to enter again. Okay. Again, we see resistance is 265, which is not a good sign. I was kind of hoping if it does not show any progress even in the next candle, it needs to cross this line. Okay, it crossed that line. No, now I'm bullish. Now I'm bullish. Ah, I was really expecting the candles to. So we see a dominating presence of sellers here. The buyers need to absorb all of this selling at this level, which it might or might not do. And the volume here was quite high as well. So the move might be substantial. It might have some strength. The sellers might have strength today. The buyers are trying to beat that level, but it's slightly risky. Interesting. See, whether you make the profit or not is a separate matter, but are you understanding what's happening or not is also important. You need to be you need to be able to understand what you're seeing. It's pointless if you do not understand what you're seeing. This is a certain decision that you need to make. Okay, is it the best trade? When I see that the buyers are trying to consolidate here, do I think that the buyers are going to break this level? Maybe they might not. But is this a good entry? Yes, it is. Maybe I'll hold the trade. Maybe I'm feeling good about it today. I don't have enough information anyway. If you're only using candlesticks, you don't have enough information on what's happening. You are taking decisions based on previously what has happened. And even that information is not completely present to you. But let's try. Let's try. Do I think that the buyers can beat the sellers? The buyers are desperately closing above the view app little by little. So maybe they do have. Maybe they do. Because at the end of the day, the buyers are trying to edge upwards, which is a good sign. I'm losing confidence if it does not cross this level in the next candle. If it does not cross 265.62, I drop the trade. Barely crossed. Maybe I'll hold. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. If buyers do not step in here, they're not stepping in. Stepped in, but not with power and authority. Slightly higher volume here, but yeah, my decision was wrong. Buyers failed the push. Anyway, let's take our loss. So, I mean, ended with minus 40 USD, but at least you get the idea what I was trying to do on, or what I was trying to, feed. 1 minute, I'm getting a call. Let me pause. Anyway, let's get back into the video. Um, I would have really liked it if I got that trade right, because. But anyway, the entire point was that I needed the entire reason why I needed volume footprint was to see the chart a little better. See what's happening behind the scenes. So that proves my point, if anything. Anyway, so now let's try doing the same thing, but with volume. There is no replay on bar replay isn't available for this chart type, which is really really sad because I would have loved it. Maybe they'll add it in the future. I mean, when there is no replay, then you can see everything, and then that is he wrong, is he right? Excitement is not there. Ah, let's delete this. Let me zoom into this. Let me. We can't go back to the same day because the volume footprint chart is not available for I think more than 3 days or something. So even that is pointless. But just off the top of my head, negative delta, but the price is being held immediately shows reversal. That's what we're looking for while trading a reversal. I'm looking for the delta to contradict the price action. So the delta is negative, but the price action is green, like it's holding the price. It is ideal if the sellers are exhausted at an important support level for the price to reverse. So are we seeing an exhaustion of sellers? No, not as such. The sellers are quite dominant, quite present. It's not like they're exhausted in any way, and that's why the move upwards does not, I think, hold for that long or that well. Again, sellers are in no way exhausted, but there was some very strong selling and the price held. That shows that the limit orders here are insane. But again, I think the sellers might revisit this level and try to break the price. Sellers are slightly tired, but nothing. Again, it revisited this price because the sellers still are present. Revisited this price. Revisited this price. 265.5 is the level, right? Yeah, 265.5. Sellers are still present. If they're exhausted, then the move upwards is going to be really really clear. Like it's going to be very nice. But no, sellers still not exhausted. Delta is positive, but red candles here. So 271 is holding up really well. Again, it revisited 260. No, it's at 269. Did not revisit 265. It did go up though. 271 is holding up really nice. Anyway, long as fuck. Oh my goodness, so much sideways movement, Tesla. Okay, it finally decided to come down. I wanna see what how it perform at the. Yeah, it tried holding up this level, but the delta was not very aggressive. When there's aggressive delta and then the price is holding up, that means there are a lot of limit orders. But if there's very less delta, that means there is an almost equal level of buying and selling from both sides, but the price is still crashing. That means the buyers are not that strong today. So yeah, I mean, let's see how it works in today's session. Anyway, I will quickly get into what market auction theory is, or that might take too long. Maybe I'll do it in a separate video. Maybe I'll make a video dedicated to something like this. Uh, but you can see the trade plan there, and let me start getting to work. I am going to trade Nvidia again because I need to familiarize myself with this strategy. These candles. I need to familiarize myself with volume footprint. I'm still not, you know, very good with it. I sometimes become confused when I'm looking at it. Um, the idea that I am trading is the buyers and sellers are always looking for a good price. You know, if a seller can get the opportunity to sell his stock at 270 instead of 260, he is going to sell it at 270. If the buyer is getting an opportunity to buy two the stock for 230 instead of 240 or 250, he's going to try to buy the stock at 230. This is the basic premise of uh, my trading strategy. So when that does not happen, when you see the buyer trying to buy the stock instead of 230, he's trying to buy the stock for 250, 255, 260, he's showing desperation. That means he is expecting the price to go higher, and I am betting on his expectation. you know I do not know what the actual truth is. But since he is expecting the price to go higher and he is behaving in that way, I too am expecting the price to go higher because he is behaving that way. So I'm watching somebody else's behavior and trying to, bet on that behavior. That is the basic idea of my trading style or trading strategy. So let's start with what this thing is saying. With what the strategy is saying. The strategy says use time price opportunity to mark the previous day's point of control. So we will switch to Point in time price opportunity. Yes, I want to exit bar replay because I'm done with it. And this is our time price opportunity. This entire level actually. This 111, area. Let me see where the price is right now. Is the market open today? Or... Wait, the market. Wait, close this, bro. I told you, yes. Let's delete all of this. I think the market is closed today because. Wait, what? Is the market closed today? Oh my goodness. For Good Friday. Oh, okay, okay. Market is closed today, I think. Now do I upload this video or not is the question. Um, Trump says he's reluctant to keep raising tariffs on China, it seems. Yeah, bro, got scared only. Um, Grok. Let's ask Grok. Is the US stock market closed today? Yeah, it's closed today in the observance of Good Friday. Both closed, there will be no trading. Regular trading will resume on Monday, April 21st. Okay. So the market is closed. Yeah, let's stop the session then. I really wanted to show my strat. The super amazing strat. Anyway, let's work on something else. I'll still upload the video as part 8, not as a live trading session. Sorry, part 7. Inshallah, see you all Monday. Inshallah, inshallah. Or should I try? If somebody wants to know anything or want me to make a separate video on this, I'll make it. Right now, the things are clear in my head, and I mostly make these videos for myself. If somebody else is watching these and wants me to make a video or explain something, I'll explain that. So, inshallah, see you later. Ma salama.